Hi guys, and welcome to Catholic Truth 33. Um, just that Halloween's coming up, I wanted to do a little spiel about the devil and the scary 3 o'clock hour, 3 a.m. in the morning, and recently I had a friend ask me about it and wanted little counsel on it, so I'm just gonna read the email that I responded her with and end with a little meditation. So she was talking about how the movies are, where it's 3 a.m., where that's the devil's hour, the witching hour, which it's called, and where that comes from, if that's really true, what things really happen. So like I said, I'll just read the email that I responded to her. So I wrote, 3 a.m. is actually the witching hour, or something called the devil's hour. According to the Bible, Jesus died at 3 p.m. So in order to mock that hour, it has been said that 3 a.m. is the devil's hour. This is when he is out and about most strongly, according to some. Many unexplained things happen at this time. For example, a lot more car accidents happen, things like that. You can make your own judgment on whether or not he's really out and about more. But there's certain thoughts that have helped me, and not be so afraid of the hour, because I used to wake up exactly at 3 o'clock in the morning being terrified, and I wouldn't be able to go back to bed, so it was really interfering with my life. And so let me just give you a little bit of what I've heard, and meditations that I've heard. So Lucifer, before he fell, was a seraphim angel. This was the highest level of angel, closest to the throne of God. They were something that would be called angels of light. In some art, you actually see these angels depicted as if they were on fire because they're so close to the glory of God. Lucifer's name actually means light bearer, or in Latin, lucem fere. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. His arrogance and greed is what turned him from God. And now what we need to be concerned about is not necessarily how Hollywood depicts the being, this scary being that's going to possess people and kill and scream. Ah! So what we need to be concerned about is how he represents himself as an angel of light. Where we can think something is harmless, saying that it is good, and with proper discernment, we find that it is not of God. And as in 2 Corinthians 11:14 says, for even Satan fashioned himself into an angel of light. Honestly, he wants more people to fall away from God. So if he were to scare us, it wouldn't make us fall from God, but cling to him even more. We would know how evil he was and not to follow him. But when he disguises himself as an angel of light, that's when we don't know that it is of him. That is how we can fall from God and follow him. So I don't think you need to worry too much. This is what I wrote to her. I don't think you need to worry too much about what he will do. I think the most of the time when something happens to me, it's mostly in my head. Basically just Hollywood planting seeds. And some of you may not be Catholic, but I just want to share an example with you. There have been saints that have experienced things like what you see in the movies, where you see a gross and horrible being, where there's horrible attacks, where there's things thrown at you, where there's actually bodily harm that's involved, things like that, where you actually do see that in the movies. Those are very rare occurrences. So so what I want to say is, the only reason why those saints were able to see that is because they were so close with God, that they could see Satan for who he really was. Um, so they could see, they didn't see him as an angel light. They knew when he was coming as a lie and whatnot. We don't need to worry. Just always discern everything, especially things that derive from other faiths, and don't follow the teachings of the scriptures. Or especially things that are selfish, are always looking to please oneself, because what do we know that scriptures teach us? That love is patient, love is kind, never jealous or boastful or selfish. And we know that God is love. So everything that we discern must revolve around the definition of love. So if it's something that's selfish, if it's something that you can get out of it, it's something, then it's not from God. Even, for example, like abortion, that's a great lie. Contraception is a great lie. It's something in the long run that hurts people. In the beginning, it's something that's selfish. It's something that's inward. It's nothing outward that could help other people. So I want to end with this note. And I heard this from one of the Vatican's top exorcists. And he said that basically that Hollywood likes to put a cherry on top its master. Basically, they like to make his master look even more beautiful, which he's not. He's ugly, but you know what I mean. They like to basically they like to expand the truth or whatever about him. I can't think of the word, but you get what I mean. And what he said that really hit me was, the devil is like a dog on a chain. You may hear him growl. You may hear him bark at you. You're going to be you could even see him taunt you. And just, the scary dark, and you could be scared. But as long as you stay outside of the measure of the chain, the length of the chain, that dog can't touch you. You're going to hear him and whatever, but he can't touch you. But the second that you step inside of his chain, that's when it's going to hurt you. For example, like Ouija boards. The second that you start doing Ouija boards, you're opening that portal. You're opening yourself to the devil to be able to harm you. Tarot cards, you're inviting those spirits to come to you. You're inviting that. You're stepping into the length of the devil's chain. Keep outside that chain. He can't hurt you. So I hope that this is going to have you, give you a happy Halloween. Maybe not be so scared at night or even from the movies, because trust in Jesus. Nothing's going to happen to you that's not of his will. And he loves you. God bless you. Happy Hallows Eve.